Once upon a time, there was a Brahmin who diligently practiced and cultivated alone in the forest. He did not seek worldly wealth or fame, nor was he greedy. Instead, he lived a simple life in a grass hut. He fed himself on wild fruits, drank water from the nearby spring, and used wild plants for his bedding. After years of practice, the Brahmin was admired and respected by the people for his noble virtues. One day, the king visited him and said,
It would be my honor to have you as mayor of the city. Will you accept my offer?
The Brahmin replied,
Thank you, but my wish remains to devote my life to cultivation. Please allow me to decline your offer.
The Brahmin continued to practice in the forest for many decades. He would often give teachings in the forest, and even the wild animals would come to listen and make their offerings to him. Over the years, a rabbit, a fox, a monkey, and an otter had established good affinities with the Brahmin, never missing his daily talks. However, due to a change in the climate, no more wild fruits grew in the forest, and soon the Brahmin would have nothing to eat. One day, the Brahmin gathered his four animal friends and said,
Dear friends, there is no food left in the forest. I have no choice but to find another place to live.
The animals were saddened to hear this news. That evening, the four animals gathered for a meeting. They agreed that even if another teacher was to give teachings in the forest, it would not be quite like what they had learned from the Brahmin's wisdom and understanding. All of them worried that once the Brahmin left, they would no longer be able to hear any teachings. They decided that anyone would do their best to find food for the Brahmin, so he would not have to leave the forest. The next day, the animals woke up earlier than usual. The monkey ventured outside the forest to look for wild fruits. The fox disguised itself as human to beg for food. Someone gave him a bag of stir-fried noodles. The otter went out to sea and caught a big fish. The rabbit kept thinking about what he could find to offer the Brahmin. That evening, the monkey, the fox, and the otter made their offerings to the Brahmin. Seeing the food presented to him, the Brahmin said,
Thank you very much for your offerings. I'm afraid this food will last me only a month at most. This is not sustainable in the long term. I appreciate your efforts, but I think it is still better for me to go elsewhere.
As the Brahmin finished speaking, the rabbit laid out some dried leaves and twigs. He then started a fire. And when the flames grew big and hot, the rabbit bowed to the Brahmin and said,
I have nothing to offer, but I still wish to make an offering to you. I have nothing to give you apart from my small body, but at least it will feed you for a week.
Without hesitation, the rabbit threw itself into the fire. Having seen what happened, the Brahmin stood immobile, stunned and deeply moved at the rabbit's sacrifice. The next instant, the rabbit transformed into a bodhisattva, slowly rising above the fire. As a result of the rabbit's sacrifice, the Brahmin decided to stay in the forest to continue his cultivation and teach.
This story highlights that the intentions behind our actions are pivotal to their outcomes. In this world, some people help others heedless of their own lives. Some people rush into burning houses to save the lives of those trapped inside. Rescuers save lives in natural disasters. and soldiers defend their country on the battlefield. These are examples of the offering of life. Individuals who bring out the spirit of the Bodhisattva through exercising their pure intentions to help others. In this story, the rabbit wished, through his sacrifice, that his friends could continue to hear the Brahmin's teachings. For them, he was willing to sacrifice his life. Such a selfless act is truly inspiring, as his intentions were true and pure. When one is willing to offer their life to benefit all beings, then one is blessed with infinite merit. Just as Venerable Master Xingyan says, offering of the Dharma is the best possible offering. Offering of one's sincere blessings has the best possible merit.